anytime a kid or anybody in the community passes by, they will say, who was Joe William Risevuto? And I want to say that Joe was a dedicated man. Joe was devout Catholic. He was dedicated to this community. He was the envelopment of everything good that we want other people to be in this community. He was a little sister and son and everybody. Granddaughter, yep, I heard it before. Congratulations to you too. Thank you for sharing Joe Risevuto with us. And we are very fortunate to have been touched by Joe Risevuto in our lives. Thank you, everyone. Thank you very, very much.
So much, Danny. Thank you for those touching words too, that so beautifully capture Joe's life, spirit, and his legacy that lasts for our community too. You're absolutely right. You know, what's so powerful about his street naming, especially for someone like Joe who did so much great work in our community, is that the street name is a lasting testament to his legacy. And for individuals like Joe, who did so much work to care for our streets of our community, from the trees to the gardens to our spirits, I couldn't think of a better way to really honor him, and to know that he's always physically part of our community too. And so now I'd like to turn it over to Monsignor William Hoppy from St. Joan of Arc to say a few words.
I have some remarks to give us keep short. It's sunny out and it's getting hotter by the minute. Good to see you all here. As you probably all know, I'm the pastor of St. Joan of Arc Catholic Church and a member of Jackson Heights. And I'm happy to be here today. Very happy to participate in the street naming ceremony honoring the late Joseph. Now I'm going to say his name a little differently. Risevuto. Thank you, Nancy and Joseph and Mary Ann and everyone in Joseph's family for inviting me to join in these festivities. Joseph was known as a friendly fixture in this part of Queens, who always wanted to bring people together into communities big and small. You're going to hear that all through today. You've heard it already a few times. He was one of the first people I got to know when I came to Collage in 2019. And by the way, I came in July of 2019. And I came from Corona, Queens. And when we got into the middle of the pandemic, I was taking personal offense that they were calling it the coronavirus. I was very upset about that. Couldn't they change the name, something else, you know? Anyway, so Joe was one of the first people I met almost exactly 3 years ago. He was my parishioner, my barber, and my friend, my brother in the Lord Jesus. I was a guest in his home. I used to go to his barber shop until it closed, and then I went to his home and got my haircut there. I enjoyed his humor, his stories, and his and Nancy's hospitality. And I used to come to some of the weekly breakfasts for the Women and Men's Club. I was impressed with his energy, his initiative, and his smile. And I too have something in my little bag here.
Oh boy, what you got?
I have one of the birthday rocks. Probably one of the last ones. Well, there are many reasons to make Joseph unforgettable.
Always positive and always friendly to everybody, from any ethnic group, from any sex, from any religion, from any sexual orientation. My father treated everybody the same. He was never judgmental. As an auxiliary policeman, I used to walk on patrol, and he would tell me Jackson Heights stories. His attention to detail was the result of his passion for this place and the people. He was a Boy Scout leader, an avid Giants, Yankee fan, Islander fan. He took us to the circus every year, and we never missed an outdoor sporting event. He enjoyed gardening and most of all his Italian food. He was a spectacular son, brother, cousin, attentive husband. He was the best father you could imagine to all four of his children. To my sister and I, he was just daddy. He was our personal Superman. He raised us to respect everyone and never to be judgmental. To serve others by volunteering was an honor. He loved his 10 grandchildren and 1 great-granddaughter. And in his recent years, I was the light in his light in his eyes. That's why they're naming the street after him. You don't spend 60 years of your life helping a neighborhood grow and flourish, and then they reward you with a sign. When others help you. Today, I'm sure that he would have a speech ready, as he always did, with his little 2-inch blue pencil that he kept in his pocket, that he would take down the notes, so that if anybody had a complaint about the neighborhood, he would write down the note and then pass it on to Danny. It was a handoff to Danny. I'm sure that his speech would say thank you all for attending, and that he got more than he gave from what he did here. Most importantly, my father would thank you, the people of Jackson Heights, because we love you all.
Thank you so much, Joe, and thank you to you, Marianne, of course, Nancy, for sharing him with us and our community. He made us all feel like family, and he's left his mark on all, each and every one of us too. And now, before we go to the cover of the street sign, we just wanted to close out today's program with a song that was Joe's favorite song, What a Wonderful World, by our neighbor just down a few blocks away in Corona at one point, Louis Armstrong.
I see trees of green.
Risevuto.
Esta calle, la calle a la esquina de 86 de la avenida 37, nosotros la nombramos para Joseph Risevuto como un acto de honrar su memoria y todo el trabajo que él hizo en nuestra comunidad. De verdad, era una persona muy especial para todo Jackson Heights, alguien que le tocó a toda la comunidad con sus actos, con su trabajo. Entonces
fue muy dedicado a la comunidad, haciendo cosas como limpiar la comunidad y cosas como esto. Fue un católico muy envuelto en la iglesia, una persona que traiga todas las comunidades que están aquí juntos. Por ejemplo, la comunidad colombiana, la gente blanco, la comunidad LGBT, todos fueron bienvenidos en la vida de Joe. Y Joe siempre trata de hacer toda la gente estar cómodo con él.